Mesopotamian New Year rituals hold a very specific place in scholarship, not only in Assyriology, but also in the field of history of religion and in anthropological theory. They've been quite extensively studied. So why look at this again? The existing literature that focuses on the relationship between the myth and the ritual is very interesting, and more lately the more political investigations into the shifts of the form and content of the ritual through different time periods are also very thought-provoking. But I still think that more can be said about New Year festivities. In a nutshell, I explore the astronomical and socio-economic characteristics of the beginning of the spring in the hope to shed some new light on the political philosophy that's encapsulated in the ritual. It's not so much in opposition to previous scholarship, but more complementary. It's more like a detour that I think brings new things to the table. Most of the research avenues that I have explored have actually already been pointed out by previous scholars. So the coincidence of the ritual with the spring equinox and the coincidence of the ritual with the harvest. But I took these as my starting point and furthered them as much as possible by relying on primary sources, secondary literature, and also on tools from social theory. So for example, it's often said that the New Year ritual used to be an agricultural festival, but it's no longer the case. Yet literature on the New Year repeatedly mentions the coincidence between the ritual and the harvest. So I dug into the very particular sociological properties for agricultural societies of this shift, this tipping point from scarcity to plentiness that harvests bring about. I looked into the patterns of social mobility, the social tensions, the general social instability that's characteristic of lean periods in agricultural societies. And then I looked at the movement of wealth that happens after the harvest, up the social structure and across the territory. And we know how much these empires relied on these resources, how necessary they were to the very existence and functioning of the political architecture as a whole. So what's the relationship then between the general circulation of wealth throughout the territory and the imperial celebrations? What was the political elite really up to during the festival? I mean, apart from feasting and enjoying themselves. So I tried to flesh out from the sources the more administrative, the more fiscal, down-to-earth practices that were taking place during the festival. Not so much the abstract theological decisions on fate and destinies, but say more the more realpolitik, the proper secular governmentality aspect of it all. So this is just one of the questions that I raise in the book that I'm writing and will be out in the coming year that I really hope you will enjoy.